Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive, fight for freedom we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister, we no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Tupu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu akpọta nri, ezi mmụọ niile nọ na Abia steeti, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Ụmụahịa, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Imo steeti, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Ekpe, ezi mmụọ niile nọ na Nkwere Ọlụ, ezi mmụọ niile nọ n'Imo gburugburu, akpọta m ụnụ. Ụnụ maara Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kanya ka mma abịa, ngwa sogharịba na ebe ọbụla ọ nọ. Gabanụ njem n'ebe ọbụla ọ nọ, yiri dịka uwe, yikwasị ya mmeri, fevọ n'iru ya, fevọ n'azụ ya. Emegidere m agha atụmatụ ọbụla bụ atụmatụ ọjọọ nke ndị zuu na-atụ n'isi nwatakịrị a. Echiche ọbụla bụ echiche ọjọọ nke ndị zuu na-eche n'ebe nwatakịrị a nọ. Emegide m ya na-eke, megide ya n'orie, megide ya n'afọ, megide ya n'afọ. A sị na taa bụ orie dotara ya ndụ. Ngọzi kachasị ngọzi niile n'ụwa bụ ahụike. Jehova nye ya ahụike. Mmeri n'iru ya, mmeri n'azụ ya, mmeri n'aka nri, mmeri n'aka ekpe. Ebe ọbụla ọ nọ, mmeri ka ọ ga-enwe. Ahịa ga-abụ mmeri. Ahịa ga-abụ mmeri. Ọ ga-emeri nwoke, ọ ga-emeri nwaanyị. O ji ọfọ na-ana n'ije. O jiri nwoke ọfọ jere nwaanyị ọfọ, jere agadi ọfọ, jere obere ọfọ. Chinenye ndụ nye ya ndụ. Chukwu okike abịa ma agbọta gị n'ụra, ị maara nwa gị, mmụọ niile bụ ezi mmụọ nọ n'ala Biafra, baanụ n'ime Maazị. Adọ m ikike n'ime Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ụba n'ime Saminekpa. Saminekpa, ihe bụba abada. Nkiri ka a na-ekiri abada deji onye ozu. Oke ngene ka ị bụ, agbarụcha aha gị bụ ngene, ha ga-ekuru gị nwa na-eke, kuru gị nwa n'orie, kuru gị nwa n'afọ, kuru gị nwa na nkwọ. Nna m si na onye ju ogwugwu ọnwụ udo, onye juru n'okwu ikwuru ọ naanị ike, onye kwere n'okwu ikwuru na ọbịbịa Biafra, ihe ọma na-eme n'ime Biafra ya mebere. Onye sị na ị ga-adị, onye ahụ aga-adịkwa. Onye sị na ihe ọma ama mere gị, ihe ọma ama mere gị. Chineke na-enye ndụ, ikike niile nọ n'ime Nnamdi Kanu, n'ebe ọ bụ na Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'ime prison, Adam ikike nọ n'ime nwụọ n'ime gị bụ Saminekpa. Ikike a sogharịba gị. Onye iro kpụrụgodo gị n'ọnụ, ikike a mechie ya anya, ya sogharịba gị. Ekwe ọnya n'iru gị, ị ga-abụ jump pass, ekwe n'azụ, ị ga-abụ jump pass, ekwe n'aka nne, ị ga-abụ jump pass, ekwe n'aka ekpe, ị ga-abụ jump pass. Nwa m, udo dịrị gị. Onye si udo dịrị mmadụ, ya ka udo na-abịara. Mmeri ka ị ga-emeri. N'iru ka ị ga-aga, ọdịda ga-abụ nke gị. Emegidere m agha zoo, agha ndị IPOB, agha ndị DOS. Iji ọbụla bụ ije ọjọọ ndị ebube agụ na-eje n'isi gị. Ije ọbụla bụ ije ọjọọ asarị sọkwụgbọkụ na asị na-asarị dọkụgbọ ga-eje n'isi gị. Emerie m ya n'eke, merie ya n'oge, merie ya n'afọ, merie ya na nkwọ. Jehova bube ha agha. Ya were abụ ọma 35 tiri ha ọgba aghara. Chere ha ọgba aghara, tiri ha ọgba aghara, chaa ha ọgba aghara, chabanụ ha ọgba aghara, chabanụ ha ọgba aghara, chabanụ ha ọgba aghara, chaba ha ọgba aghara, ọgba aghara. Chibuchebe gị nwa m. Chinenye ndụ ya gị ndụ, n'iru ka ị ga-agasa, mere ọdịda a ga-abụ nke gị n'aha Chukwu okike abịa. Adomi.
This one pass you, Nabi. You know, is it I don't know what is what. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please like and share the program to all platforms, share to family and friends. We bring to you the update of the sit at home. Those who are in Biafra land sitting at home. Today is sit at home. Remember, we have done the sit at home and it was a very successful one. Let us give you an update that is coming from the Biafran people. Wherever you are watching from us, please tighten up your seatbelt, like and share the program. Join us and let us speak and tell the world what is going on in the Biafran territory. We hear from different kinds of places, from different voices. I know you know Igbo. I know you know Asusu Ijo. Know you know Asusu Edo. Any Asusu I want to asun because you hear just click the link. You may track on a link over target. You could go to where they're going to be. What do you want to asu Igbo? And what about you? You know you asu Igbo. I am on do Igbo. I am on the chat. I am Asusu guy. So you are free to use your own dialect. In this platform, it is allowed. Any Biafran dialect, feel free to communicate with some people. It is allowed. You can equally use broken English that is going to accommodate everybody. Use broken, talk and make everybody understand. And nobody say, we no be Oyibo will be. We get our own language where we use communicate. So anyone where you know say that one you go fit use, try use and make you reach out there, make sure say we carry everybody along. Maybe say only we get talker, or maybe some people could just carry their own for mind. They don't go fit talk because they say, oh, those who are no you go to they speak, they don't speak my language. Come and speak. There is somebody that will understand you. That one single person that understands you will go a long way to do a lot of things. So that is why we say, anyone will be your own language. Use and talk to us. Whether you be Igbo, whether you be BBO, whether you be Joe, whether you be Bankeo, anyone where they speak, whether I Calabao, just come on and use it and communicate. We will appreciate you. That is our unique diversity that everybody should emulate. Not the kind of diversity you have in Nigeria. The diversity you have in Nigeria is a deadly one. A a deadly one, a killer diversity. That is what we have in Nigeria. Where you can talk about diversity is in Biafra land, because you have people with one value system. We have only one value system in the whole of Southeast. One value system. We think alike, we eat alike, almost the same religion, we look alike. Our culture, the same. One single value system, even though we have different dialects. That is the beautiful diversity you can talk about. Not the kind of thing you have in the Zoological Republic, where you have people that don't have the same value system. You go to the Janjaweed, they have different value system. The feudal system in the north, we are not part of it. We are not used to it. You go to the southwest, their own system, we are not used to it. We are not part of it. That is why when we look at that zoo, you see that the country have naturally divided itself. And all we are asking is that allow this natural existence of people to strive. Let the Northern Caliphate go their ways. Let the Southwest go their separate ways in the Dual land. And let the Biafran people in the old Southeastern region go their separate ways. The Middle Belt can be on their own equally. A simple solution without rancor. Everybody will protect their border, grow at their own space, in their own speed, and also mingle with their neighbors, transact business with respect. That's all we're asking for. I don't know why it is difficult for people to understand, but we must continue. It is either Biafra or nothing. My beloved brother, Ocean Monster, I can see you there. I don't know whether if you're free. If you're free, Ocean Monster, you can unmute yourself and speak to us. If you're free, because I know you are always on your business schedule. If you're free, go ahead.
Oh yes, Mazi, true survivor. Thank you, and good morning to you. Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to Biafrans. I wish you all good Monday. The Biafrans at home, I wish you happy sit at home, because we are doing it happily.
Yes.
And I salute your courage for doing what you're doing, standing for this truth, taking these blades and pains, making these huge sacrifices to make sure that justice is done, that we get justice for ourselves, for Mazi Nandekano, our leader, and our Prime Minister, our amiable Prime Minister, Simon Eba. I salute all your courage. Mazi, to survival, I totally agree with you on what you said about, how do you put it? About, oh my word, it went off my head again. There's a word that you said about people. No, it's the other guy that, okay, let me pick the other guy's word. Our brother that left, who went to work, said that over 60 millions that voted. If we take it from there,
Yes.
if all of us can be donating one eje or one ejema, that it will do us a huge success and services.
Absolutely.
In this quest of liberations, regulations, and all the stuff that follows. That is absolutely truth, fact, and logical. We voted with joys. We voted with many joys in our hearts. We wish for Biafra to come today, to be restored today. All of us happily wants to go home. But somehow, when it comes to the sacrifice that comes with it, some of us, could not stand the pressure to do the needful. I'm trying to, find the word to use and to be very careful with the choice of my words. Some of us were distracted through the enemies within and enemies out. And some of us was distracted by our emotions, emotional. So, Biafrans, if we really calculate it very well, because when I watch Obatu Bie, our PM's talking, he talks with authority. He watched the people that surround, how people flows through the interactions he do have and his programs. And he knew that if these people will come out, let me say it, if 80-85% people will come out, trust him, and I believe strongly on that. By now, if not because of what have happened, I think we would have been home or very, very near to home.
Yes.
By now, we will not be talking about these invaders, these terrorists, these armies of the zoo, occupying the land. Think about what it means if a situation turns like that. Then Mazi choose survive, and the Mazi Nande cannot say it in his words in the United States of America, that he just needed $1. Every citizen of Biafra in America to donate $1, just $1, just one, he asked, $1. Think about what we will do with it. Combine it or join it with those in Europe, United Kingdom, in Asia, in Africa, in the all the continent of the world, in Australia, Scandinavia, then join the people that are home. If we can put in or donate our $1, just $1, just one, everybody make it as a tax. My brothers, my sisters, Biafrans and genuine Biafrans, by now we will not be here talking. And I want to link this to our sister nation, Ambazonia. If you look at on social media, you see that the Ambazonians or the Ambas, you don't hear all these noises that you hear like this of Biafra.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, Ambazonians are flying with the speed of light, or close to the speed of light. They are doing massively well in their quest of liberation. Biafrans that are very intelligent, super intelligent, well-to-do, wealthy Biafrans, middle class, lower class, and every class you belong. What is holding you is me and you that is holding ourselves. And I want to encourage and I want to praise, let me praise those who even at the face of going through all odds and what you call them, they stood firm and doing that. Not just for selfish interest, not for us, but for every Biafran, whether you believe or not, because when Biafra comes, everybody will surely go home.
Yes.
I really thanks all of you, all of us. You are all Biafrans. And if you look at my quote right from when Mazi Simon Ekpa is here, when we was fighting some of the DOSs in his platform, Enter Biafra and YouTube and social media, then I think I was the first person to be using the word genuine Biafrans, writing it in his platform. I know why I choose that word. So I want to encourage you and praises you, genuine Biafrans that have been supporting this journey No matter how you look at it, kudos to all of you. Continue and keep it up. Those who did not wake up at the time needed, they are waking up soon. All of them will wake up. They will join. The burden will be easier. The job as well will be easier and done. I agree with you, Mazi, to survival, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, will soon join us. I agree with you in the same phase that Mazi Simon Ekpa will soon join us. On Wednesday, he's having a situation. Let me just use that word, a situation. Let us all pray. Pray the way you know to pray. Pray to God that you know that answers prayers. Pray that nature and men will favor him.
You see?
Mazi Simon Ekpa did not commit any crime of any nature known to man by fighting for his freedom, for the liberation of his people, and for the nation, the new nation of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the same vein, did not commit any crime known to man and spirit by fighting for the liberation of us, he and our children's unborn. It is a legal right as a freeborn that men will fight or stood to gain their freedom. They have done nothing wrong. And for those of you who somehow said that the armies raised and this and that, I am calling on your consciences to understand. If you pretend not to understand, self-defense is never a crime, no matter how you look at it. Self-defense is never a crime. If you are in your home or you're moving and someone attacks you with any weapon or whatever, I believe and trust me, you will not stand just watching the person to chop off your head or to destroy you. On that note, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was crying every now and then, and with empty hand, with bare hands. With we the Biafrans, sometime at home, sometime in abroad, protesting with flags, with empty hands. What do we get in returns? The military of Nigeria and police and all other security apparatus molesting Biafrans who was singing songs with their hands raised and flags on their hands, killing them in numbers. What I am saying today, I am not making it up. It is on all social media. Right from 2015 till date, is still going on. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was pleading and pleading and pleading and crying and crying and crying. Until he said, no, I will cry no more. Let me man up. Let me stand up as a man. And he formed the then ESN, Eastern Security Network, which performed marvelously well by entering the bush, making sure that our bushes are safe, our towns, our villages are saved, our mothers, our children's husband and wife, old and youngs are saved. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken out of the way, kidnapped in Kenya, and extraordinarily rendited to Nigeria, where he has been in DSS dungeon for over 5 years now. 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, with one clothes, probably one underwear, one shoe, denied his reading glass, his spiritual materials, the faith that he believed so much. He was denied those things, and they put him in a situation whereby he will just weak out, maybe faint away, or throw out his faith. But Biafrans, the world at large, look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. He did not give out his faith, but he stood firm, even as they tighten it, as they tighten the situation for him, just like that of Python. When Python get a hold of you, any breath you take, it tighten more. Whenever they tighten Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood and becomes more stronger and energetic. What a creature, what a created human being. Oh my God, what a God that this man Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is serving. It's amazing. On all of it, today, sometime he stood on the court by himself without fear, talking strong to the face of the oppressors, face to face. And he told them that they cannot do him nothing, they can't kill him, and they cannot jail him. That is wonderful. Oh, Master Survivor, I really thank you for this picture, this image that I'm seeing. This is homeland, and this everywhere is this deserted. Today is Monday, is a holy Monday in Biafra land. That is referendum on its own. That is Biafrans rejected outrightly whatever those who occupying our lands. And we said our freedom or our freedom. That is that. Look at it. All the markets are sealed, lock and key. Thank you for these images. Biafrans at home, I raise my hands and I salute and I applaud you all. Thank you. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing very firm and very strong. We have to emulate him by supporting this quest with everything in us. So I totally agree with you, Master Survivor, that soon our boat leaders will be out. And they are not just coming out said, oh, okay, let me sit and watch. The leaders that I know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, will never sit down. They will never agree with an unfavorable condition onto our quest. They can only accept that who made us nation, the newer nation of Biafra. And we will control our territory without any interference. Biafrans, thank you. I see, because I was looking for the fundraising Saturday, where to watch it. I couldn't remember to find myself on the link and Zoom. But thank God, because I was somehow very, very worried until I came to find out that there was technical error. And some other people like Master Survivor said that the cabinet was aware that they will not be live on that that Saturday, last Saturday fundraising, because of his other activities that is needed. So we should never be worried. We should never mind what the enemies are talking or cooking or their lies. They will never stop. Because how can devils stop to lies? Devil is always there for destructions, lies, deceit, creating confusions here and there. But that devil is a liar. Where we do Muchko Kabema are, it will never succeed, because we are the light that comprehends and hoovers the darknesses. So, Biafrans, let us continue to rejoice. Mazi, to survival, it is a pleasure to have listened to what you said about our Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister's court on Wednesday. It is good if what you're planning will work out, to keep Biafrans posted, to televise it or bring it to life that particular day is going to be our utmost joy. Please continue to do it. We will support you to achieve that goal. Continue to do that. And those other things that you knew, keep them at heart. Then bring out the result. Because as I know, as you've said this, those who always run from pillar to post, they will not sleep again, but they will all fail. Because now, eziokwu na abade jekot, and onye ji eziokwu jive niile.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, my dear brother. Keep doing what you're doing. I will be at the background and waiting to be called upon sooner or next. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I didn't remember if I greeted you all, but if I did not, please forgive me. And I greet you according by your time zone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you, and Biafrans equally appreciate you. Sometimes when the spirit of Biafra take over, we just do how we are being carried along with, and sometimes you forget what to do, and we ignore protocols and follow the spirit that it comes. So we appreciate everyone that have joined us on this program. Remember, it's a sit at home. What you are seeing is the update of the sit at home. And when we show this update, it is a very strong statement to the world that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not instigating anybody and does not have to instigate Biafrans for them to go for their freedom. I have said it time and time again that every Biafran child that is of age knows that Nigeria is not for him or her. Every Biafran child knows that Nigeria is not for him or her. So we don't need anybody to instigate us to do things. We don't need anybody to push us to go and fight for our freedom. In as much as some of us are ignorant, they want that freedom, they don't know how to go about it. And that is why we have leaders. As for wanting, we all have that desire to be free, including the ones that are pretending to be part of one Nigeria, the politicians and all that. They also want to be free. But some of them are so scared that they don't know what to do or how to go about it. They are very scared. They are very, very scared. They don't know how to go about it. That is why you have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has come to give that evangelism. Give us that knowledge. Create that awareness in us. And Mazi Simon Ekpa came in a new dimension to create the structure on how to get into Biafra land. And we keyed in. Mazi Simon Ekpa also activated self-defense and interpreted it to us in ABC. This self-defense today that their DSS chief is preaching, governors are preaching, Danjuma is always preaching. Mazi Simon Ekpa explained it in ABC for anybody to understand on how to defend him or herself. And because they saw that Biafrans have gotten this knowledge on how to protect themselves, all hell break loose. It is not because Mazi Simon committed any crime, not because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed a crime, only because they educated their people. And so many of us who have learned through what they have said, so many of us who have passed through the same knowledge like them, who has been able to make inquiries and investigate and found more truth in what they said, we are unstoppable. It does not matter whether in the rain, in the sunshine, whether you agree or you don't agree, it doesn't change anything. It is the Biafra or Biafra. We cannot trade Biafra for anything. And nothing on the planet Earth will make me stop talking about Biafra. More especially in the time where you see them making confession. Everything we have known about Biafra in the past, finally, because it is appointed time, he has begun to bring the truth out. Confession coming from right and center, except for the 91 years old man who have refused to confess. The 91 years old man who has refused to confess. And whether he confess or not, the truth cannot be covered. Today, the truth cannot be covered. And Biafrans are understanding more that we don't have anything to do in Nigeria. Nigeria is not for us. Not for any indigenous person in that country. They can continue to pretend. They can continue to pretend because they are afraid of wanting or the other. Fear of the unknown. That is why some of them are still pretending that it's working for them. Nigeria is not working for anybody. It is not working for anybody. But those of us, Biafrans, who have made up your mind to pursue the solution, not just complain. Just like Mazin Nanekano said, that is because of the way a black man reasoned. That is why we keep on complaining without doing anything about it. Mazin Nanekano said it. Because of the way a black person reasoned. That is why even when we see a problem, we know this is a problem. We identify the problem. We know clearly this can never work. It's a problem. But we decide to choose the angle of complain, and we will never do anything about it. That is what is happening in the Zoological Republic. Every government that comes, you complain. Jonathan was a bad man. He could not be able to do it. Jonathan is this, he's that. Bring Buhari. Buhari came. You complain. Today you have the drug baron. You complain, and you are waiting for one idiot to come again, and you continue to complain. Yet you don't want to do anything about it. It is very clear that the solution of the Zoological Republic cannot be found in the ballot system. It cannot be found in your voter's card. The more you continue to vote, the more you deepen yourself into destruction. It is very clear. It doesn't need anybody to come and explain it to you. Every single one of us know that the more you put your hope on the political system of Nigeria, the more you are digging yourself into the hole. If you don't know that, I want you to take a step backward. Just take a step backward. Check from independence up to today. What you see in Nigeria is retrogression. There is no progression in Nigeria. From independence till date, take a step back. Just take your time. Look at it. It has been retrogression, backwardness. There's nothing like moving forward. Things can never be better than yesterday. Things can never ever be better. Has never ever been better. And it's not just that. There's nothing better. There is no pointer anyway. There is nothing you will look upon. You say, okay, maybe, just maybe, from this time to this time, it's going to be better. There is no pointer anywhere on this planet Earth to show that the Zoological Republic called Nigeria is going to be better in the next 100 years. There is no pointer. When you look at the political system, more criminals are coming into the political system. More criminals are coming into the political system, both old and young. The older ones are recruiting more criminals who are coming in for their own personal and selfish interests. You can imagine, in the last election, maybe to be a governor, they spent 5 billion. In this election, you expect them to be spending about 10 billion to be a governor. A senator to be a senator might be about 100 million to be a senator. The next year, you see that the price to be a senator, it is about what they will get. It is a transaction. It is a business. And they recruit more new, younger criminals. And those who even have it in their heart to pursue something will never on the planet have that opportunity. Neither will they have the money to even come close to the authority. They cannot come anywhere close. They have already used money to build a barrier of recruitment. That for you to get a ticket to be a governor, for you to get a ticket to be a lawmaker, you have to spend it through your nose, and you can't afford it except you have a godfather who have stolen. Then they will now borrow you some money to go there and continue to steal, not to pay them back. So there is no pointer anywhere that the system is going to be better tomorrow. It is going to be worse. It doesn't matter who gets into that place. But for a normal black person, they will never do something. They prefer to complain. Talk of revolution, they will never engage in revolution. No. They will stand against it. It is very clear that the easiest and simplest way to solve the problem of the zoological republic is disintegration of the zoo. To your tent, O Israel. Every man go your separate ways. Be on your own and develop your region. But yet, some idiots will not fight for that. Even those that call themselves human rights activists, human rights my food, they are the worst abusers of human rights on the planet Earth. Today we see 91 years old man talking lies on national TV. And more criminals like him are trying to be in power to rule. I just saw a video, and I want us to see the statement that was made by Atiku Abubakar. When we tell you that Nigeria is not for you, you wouldn't understand. You think we are making it up. Wherever you are, more especially the Southerners, Nigeria is not for you. I want us to just listen to this message of Atiku Abubakar. Let's listen to Atiku Abubakar and hear what he said in this very short message.
We Northerners always think about Nigeria more than other parts of the country.
That they in the North think about Nigeria more than other parts of the country. True or false? My brother, for me, it is true. But the question is, what are they thinking about? What is the reason why they are bent on being in this Nigeria? What is their own pursuit? I agree with the statement he's making. That the people that are talking about that want to die for one Nigeria is the northern part of Nigeria. For what reason? That should be the question. Why are you doing what you are doing? Let us listen to him fully so that we can understand what this idiot is saying.
Northerners we Northerners always think about Nigeria more than other parts of the country. This is simply because we are multi-ethnic and multi-religious.
This is a lie. This is where the lie comes in. The only reason a northerner is clamping on one Nigeria talking about is because they believe that they cannot be on their, they do not have the resources to sustain them. They are so lazy that they cannot be able to cultivate the resources they have in their own land. Every one of them is jumping on the resources in Biafra land, the oil. The only reason the North is bent on holding onto Nigeria till today is the same reason that the British gave them during independence. When they refused to join, these people from the onset refused to be part of Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria, Abubakar Tafawa Balewa and Co. They refused to be part of one Nigeria. They said they want to be on their own. During independence, they were not ready. The southern part of Nigeria went for independence, and the north said they are not ready. This clown is forgetting that. The north said that they are not ready for independence. Why Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Nahoro and other southerners were going for the independent? The north said they were not ready. And the south were busy convincing them. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was in the front, convincing them, begging them to join. Until the British went to them and explained to them that if you remain on your own, you cannot survive because you do not have the resources to survive. You don't have the capacity to survive on your own. So join the one Nigeria so that we can give you the power. You can be able to rely on their resources to build your own side and sustain yourself. This is the reason why the Northerners are bent on holding on to one Nigeria, for better, for worse, by fire, by force, including taking innocent lives. It is not because they are multi-whatever or multi-whatever this guy is talking. The only reason the North is holding on to one Nigeria is because of the resources in Biafra land. That is the only single reason. There is no other thing. They have tried everything they can to see if they can get oil in their own side. If the North has had the resources we have, more especially this oil, if they have had it in the North, you will never ever speak about Nigeria today. You will just wake up and hear they are gone. You wake up and hear they're gone. You know how much Muhammadu Buhari, that terrorist, spent in looking for oil in the North. At a point in time, they told us they found oil in Sokoto State or wherever, in Chad. They said they saw oil in Sokoto State, the boundary between Nigeria and Chad. That they saw oil there. And they tell you the amount that was spent to explore that oil, billions of dollars was spent in search of oil in the North, just to see if they can have it. After spending that money, the same money they got from our land, they didn't find anything. What they found, they called oil or the propaganda, nothing there. The only reason the North is holding on to the one Nigeria is nothing but because of the oil. That's all. There is no other reason. This nonsense, this idiot is trying to speak here. They are multi-ethnic, this is a blatant lie. And I want you to pay attention to these lies when they come. When we see these lies, we debunk. This is one of the terrorists. Let us hear him.
We Northerners always think about Nigeria.
I agree. But why do you think about Nigeria?
More than other parts of the country.
Agreed.
This is simply because we are multi-ethnic and...
It is a lie. This is where the lie comes. You are not multi-ethnic or multi-religious with everything. Look at the massacre that you are conducting in your place. Almost the Christians in the northern part of Nigeria is wiped away. And this idiot is here talking rubbish. That they are multi this and multi that. You are multi nothing. You are multi nothing. There is nothing multi about you. This is where the lie comes in.
Multi-religious. There is no any other ethnic group in the Southwest other than Yoruba.
Now here, for some of you Southerners who see truth and you don't know it, those of you idiotic Biafrans who don't know their left and right, you are from the old southeastern region. You don't want to educate yourself. You are from Oduduwa land. You don't want to educate yourself. Listen to this idiot educate you. Atiku Abubakar is speaking to you. Since you don't know whom you are, when we tell you there is only one United States of Biafra and there is only one Biafra, the old southeastern region, every single one of us there, we are all regarded as Igbos. In the southwest, you have the Yorubas, and in the north, you have the Hausas. When we say it, people get angry. Oh, you're not Igbo. Oh, you're not Yoruba. Oh, this one. You are an idiot. The people that are holding you captive, they know this fact. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. When they see you as one people, the Biafran people. They see you as Igbo. That is why in one of the broadcasts of Martin Nandekan, he said, we are all Igbos. Some idiot misunderstood him. He is not trying to take away your dialect from you. But we are all connected. We have the same ancestral parents. We are one. And the Janjaweed know that. That is why they treat us equal. Go to the northern part of Nigeria. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, they will regard you as an Igbo man. It doesn't matter your language. It doesn't matter what you speak or your color. And look at Atiku Abubakar testifying to that fact that in the southeast you have the Igbos. In the southwest you have the Duduwa people, the Yoruba people, and in the north you have them. And that is how they see us. And we know that that is whom we are. But they themselves are clinging on one Nigeria because of our wealth. But some of us, our idiotic people, don't understand it. I want you to hear this lesson. Listen to this lesson from Atiku Abubakar. Maybe you understand.
Ethnic group in the southwest other than Yoruba. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Igbo. So,
did you hear it? There is no ethnic group in the southeast, old southeast region, except Igbos. There is no other ethnic group in the southwest except the Yorubas. Very, very clear. And he knows the Yorubas are asking for Yoruba nation, and we are asking for Biafra as a country. We are not asking about Igbo. Nobody is talking about Igbo nation. We are not clamoring for Igbo nation. That is another lie he's going to spill here. I want us to pay attention to this word of wisdom that we want to borrow from here. They say sometimes you borrow word from your enemies. There are some things you can borrow to learn. Borrow word from this man. Borrow this thing he's saying to educate yourself.
In the southwest other than Yoruba. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Yoruba. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Igbo. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Yoruba. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Igbo. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Yoruba. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Igbo. So that's why they identify themselves as Igbo nation, Yoruba nation, whatever nation they call themselves. But in the north, what are you good? You can only identify yourself as a northerner because there is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Yoruba. There is no any other ethnic group in the southwest other than Igbo. So that's why they identify themselves as Igbo nation, Yoruba nation, whatever nation they call themselves. But in the north, what are you good? You can only identify yourself as a northerner because we are.
And that is a lie. In the north, they identify themselves as Arewa. You see how these idiots spill lies. In the northern part of Nigeria, they identify themselves as the Arewa. Even this idiot, he uses that word Arewa. He uses it.
Massachusetts, can I come in a little bit, please?
Go ahead.
Is it possible? Okay. You see, Biafrans, Nigerians, Ududuwas. Look, before this country called Nigeria, who are you? Who was your forefathers? The politicians are gathering again to deceive us. And these politicians you're looking at right now, they have been there for long. They are the architects of the problem we are facing today that made many of us littered in a foreign land, many running for their lives in homeland. Number one, this man who talks about North, because this is where the first deceit come from. This is where the first lie come from his mouth. He said that they identified as a Northerner. Asked him, is he a northerner or a Fulani man? Or is it that he is a northerner in the day or concerning Nigerian resources, but in the night he becomes Fulani man? Asked him. He said that there is secular state, is what he said, right? He said about secular state. And during the last election, prior to the last election, something happened that a girl in a high school was stoned and burned to death.
Exactly,
Deborah. Yeah, Deborah.
They are multi-religious, multi-secular.
Dude. And this man that is talking right now on this video, he tweeted it. He kind of condemned it. But immediately he was called and cautioned. He removed that and denied that. So where is his secular state and he being the Nigeria he quote? This is the same way they deceive the Hausa people. And today, there is no Hausa man in the top government, counting from their state governors now to the local government. You don't talk about them in the Senate House, in the House of Assemblies, or you don't talk about them in the presidency and co. Just look at them. Look at all the positions that matters in Nigeria. They are all occupied by Fulani invaders, Fulani from Vutajalons. And they come to tell you that they are one Nigeria. That is their pretense. That is how they penetrated the north. And today the north are gone. The north could not have their lands again. They could not have their own emir, their own traditional rulers. They have all gone, replaced with Fulanis. And they are lying to you, giving you these sweet words, telling you that your original leaders, that is your citizens, your fellow citizens, your indigenous, that they are corrupt. That is what they used to penetrate the northerners, the Hausas.
Exactly.
Today, the Hausas are no more Hausas again. Look at them. If you go to eastern side, go to the west, they are doing shoemakers. They are doing gatemans. Their homelands, they cannot access it again. Major part of them count from Plateau, where Gowan is from. Plateau State, Mangu Plateau State is gone. Many other parts have gone. You talk about Southern Kaduna when El-Rufai was governor. Go to Southern Kaduna today, as big as Southern Kaduna is, you can only found some IDPs. The original owners have gone. The Christians, they have massacred them. The rest the one that remained, they chased them to IDP camps. The same thing goes at Benue. You see Reverend Fathers packing their things on hills, crying. But those Reverend Fathers, I say nto to them, and I say nto to Rome. Because we that claimed, we that are Christians to the core, we that carries Bibles, we that have churches, every crook and corners in our areas, what do we get in return? This our religious leaders, this Rome Vaticans, the Buchan families, the old royal families, Christian families, they are supporting the invaders. Those who knock their heads on ground, terrorizing and killing our people, taking up our land, burning churches, killing Christians in their numbers. And these nations did not talk about it. These Christian nations cannot talk about it, apart from the one I had that the Pope said yesterday. What about the one of previous? The late Pope, what did he do? He closed his mouth. And they are talking about the one in Palestinian and the little thing that happened in Middle Belt and the Ukraine. So I'm calling you all Biafrans, do not fall for this. Even those so-called Nigerians, do not fall for this. These people, tell these people, if they mean well for you Northerners, let them send their brothers and sisters that they have brought to occupy your land from Futajalons. Let them leave. And let them bring those that have killed to life. Let them withdraw all their emirs and put your indigenous Royal Highness or emirs, if they so much love you. The person that is on microphone talking to you that they are more Nigerian than others, ask him where he was born. Is he truly a Nigerian by birth? Even as a Fulani man he is. That will tell you who stand to lose a lot. It is you, the citizens. It is we, the indigenous. That is why these people are not, they don't care about what they are doing with the resources that come from that nation. They are embezzling it, putting it out, just like the former administration did. Go to Niger State, is that Niger Republic and construct the highest railway with the refineries, while the country that is so much loved, called Nigeria, Buhari could not even service the refineries that are working there, but he went to Niger Republic. I think Niger Republic, right? He went and built those things that he built.
Yeah, Niger Republic, yeah.
Niger Republic. Open your eyes, all you citizens, and reject these people with their lies and deceit. Mazi True Survivor, I thank you, and I yield. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. So let's continue to listen to what this man is saying.
Multi-ethnic and multi-religious. Multi-ethnic and multi-religious.
A lie.
When you come to you gave an example of grazing or open grazing. One, I am a manufacturer of livestock feeds, from cattle to poultry. Two, I have more than 1,000 heads of cattle. They have never moved out of one location.
So why are you supporting open grazing?
So it's simply introducing modern methods of looking after our livestock. No more, no less.
What is your position with the Fulanis?
That is it. They will always say this to deceive themselves. You claim you produce livestock feed, you have your own cows, they are not moving out. Why are you not now supporting to close up the open grazing? Why is that your people are still carrying cow up and down to take innocent lives? Why do you still support open grazing? Some of us, I pity some of us in the South that don't understand what Nigeria is built for. Nigeria is meant to keep you captive. Nigeria is meant to destroy you, not to build you. Every of these people you see as leaders, they know what they want, and they know that Nigeria is a business center. It was not built for any citizen to succeed or to any citizen to have a better life. That is why, if you want a better life, you should fight for the disintegration of the zoo. We must destroy that status quo. If you want a better life, Biafrans are gone already. For those of you who are still clamoring, who are still holding on, you are complaining and you are doing nothing. Sorry. You will continue to complain until you are gone. The Biafran people are gone already, and we are gone for good. And there is no going back. You're welcome, my beloved brother Greg. Greg, open up your mic and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Hello, Mazi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother. You're welcome.
Yeah, please, can I speak in 5 minutes? Let me get the plate back, please. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. So, these are the things we have seen, and we know we have a bunch of liars everywhere. The political elites, these are people who have already keyed into the project of keeping you enslaved to enrich themselves. And these kind of individuals, they are in the southeast, they are in the southwest, they are in the north, they are in the middle belt, they are everywhere you can think of. The people that have been bought over by the colonial master and they are doing their master's bidding. The project is to make sure they subject you to abject poverty to the extent that you cannot be able to fight for yourself anymore. To create fear inside you that you'll be so scared to even speak about your freedom. They are everywhere. They are in the north. They are in the south. They are in the east. The ones in Biafra land are the most dangerous. Those ones in the Biafra land, they are the most dangerous ones. The one that will come and tell you that Biafra is dead. A Biafran will open his mouth and tell that Biafra is dead, even when he has seen it. That Biafra is more alive today than it was in the past. Biafra is more alive today than it was during the Civil War. Before the Civil War, the awareness the world has today about Biafra, they didn't have it before the Civil War. They didn't have it. Even while the Civil War was happening from 1967 to 1970, people did not know what was going on. What the world know about Biafra today? If they have known it then, I doubt if the zoo will have the support they had then. Because at a point in time, the United States switched over, and the United States was about supporting Biafra to get their independence before Biafra have already accepted their criminal agenda of no victor, no vanquish. And before Biafra could get away of that, it was too late. Only after the Civil War that the document leaks about the plans of the United States to support Biafra. And there are so many things that worked against Biafra then that people didn't know today. But things that are happening today is what the Biafran people, our eternal leader, Dim Oduwojuku, saw far ahead. He saw 100 years ahead of time. Today, those things that worked against us during the Civil War cannot work against us today. The Civil War was just immediately after the independence. After the independence, at that very time, people were still holding on to their territory created by this colonial master. People were still holding on to the territorial boundary created by the colonial master, and they felt it was the right thing to do. So, the support for Biafra was weakened by that. People are still coming out from their colonial master, and they feel that the boundary created by the colonial master is the best for them. More especially in Africa, people are still clinging on that colonial creation, and the West, we are bent on holding on to how they have shared Africa in Berlin. Not like now. In this recent age, Africans have realized that the boundaries created by the colonial master was for their own selfish interests, and it has not brought peace. It only brings destruction, confusion, trouble. That is why you will see somebody who is a Yoruba man in Benin Republic as a Beninois. You see brothers, you see a boundary dividing a brother from a brother, and they will tell you that your brother is not your brother anymore, and people accept it then. But today, it is no longer acceptable. As we speak today, Africans are ready to rebuild their boundaries according to how nature made it. We are ready to go back to where we are coming from. We are ready to be able to create our own boundary, create our own constitution, build our own nation based on our own standard and our own culture. That is what Traore is doing today. Ibrahim Traore is doing today in Burkina. And you can see the massive support that all the Africans are giving Ibrahim Traore for going back to root. And it is this going back to the root that the Biafran people are pursuing today earnestly. And I bet you, as we have gone out of the zone and we are pursuing a recognition, the recognition is going to flow in the way you do not believe it. It is going to come as a surprise. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Consistency is the key. We must remain consistent. That is why it is important that every one of us hold on to the United States of Biafra, because that is what you want to be recognized. What we are pursuing the recognition is not Briggy. We are not pursuing the recognition of Briggy. If you want somebody to recognize, you have to show the people, what do you want them to recognize? What is that you want them to recognize? So sometimes I find it difficult to see people in that brigade saying that they're looking for recognition. What do you want people to recognize? What are you looking for its recognition? Are you looking for the recognition of brigade? What are you seeking for its recognition? And that is where you see the deceit from those who call themselves lobbyists and those who call themselves lawyers of Biafra. Suing the same organization, the same country they are supposed to recognize, the same country they are supposed to pursue its recognition. That is what they sue in a court. And they were not ashamed. What kind of conflict of interest is that? Unbelievable. That the same country you are supposed to defend as a law firm, the same country you are supposed to fight for the recognition as a lobbyist, is the country you are suing, and you are standing against it. The same country you want to recognize, that is the country you are speaking against on your platform on a daily basis, calling them names, painting them evil. I don't understand it. Only a devil and somebody who has a bad motive will do that. It is what you present to the people is what I'm going to recognize. You're asking for recognition. What do you want the word recognize? Every one of us know Master Samuel has sung it as a song for more than a year, that we are going to go into the United States of Biafra and from there pursue the recognition of the United States of Biafra. When every one of us started vote on referendum, the referendum vote, go and check what was written in that vote that you counted. Some of you, maybe you didn't read it. You didn't read it. Go and read what was written on that referendum form. What was written there? That you support that the Biafra will be restored as the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, that was what you voted for. That you support the redeclaration of the United States of Biafra. You support the rest of Biafra, and you say that the declaration should be the United States of Biafra. That was what you voted for. But it's unfortunate that today you can see people wake up from dream and begin to say things that are not obtainable. Conflict of interest that is unbelievable, including educated people, lawyers, and the people that call themselves lobbyists. And I ask them, what are you lobbying for? You're lobbying for Brigi? Or you're lobbying for what? You are suing the same country you are supposed to defend that employed you. That you were aware when the declaration was made. A plan led down by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He sealed it. I still have numerous videos that I play here on my platform where he made it clear what we are about to do. It wasn't a secret. It wasn't hidden. It was all done in the open. Explain to them one by one, including this lobbyists, the audio that the Deputy Prime Minister released. I played it here. They saw what the discussion between her and the lobbying group, lobbying firm, and the law firm that defends us. And yet, because of selfish interests, because of wickedness, hatred, you decide to destroy what you're supposed to be. You destroy yourself, and you think you're destroying somebody. You destroy yourself. The same thing you claim to be fighting for, you destroy it by your own self. It is really, really sad. It is very, very sad and unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yet, you see people that call themselves Biafrans begin to go on that route. It is sad. My brother Greg, if you're ready, you can go ahead and speak to us.
Yeah, thank you, Master. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Biafrans. My greetings to all our brethren all over the world. We are giving God thanks for today, Monday, the day that God Himself has given us. He has made this day. We thank God for His children. He has assigned for special assignment Mazinam Dekano and Mazam Onekpan. And we will continue to call upon His name, handing them over to Him that is above all. him that all power belongs to. Let him take care of them in all situations and give them all their heart desires, because we know their heart desire is Biafra and the well-being of their people Biafra. So may God grant that request and give them freedom. That is our prayer today. We thank all the Biafrans back home who are keeping to the promise, who are showing the whole world that they are eager to leave Nigeria, that our battle is not just a mere this thing, but we are tired of Nigeria and we want to be free. We want to be on our own. So I congratulate all the Biafrans that are sitting at home, and my prayers is that God will reimburse them in anything that they have lost today. And God will keep them and strengthen them and feed them with all the blessings. Here is my attitude. You know, when you are talking about the lawyers, let me start from where you stop. You know, every person that is not from Africa, even some Africans that find themselves in North Africa, they don't see themselves as an African. So when you see these people that is called themselves the lobbyists and the lawyer, they are not here because they want to help us to do anything, even though they are on contract for Biafrans to come, to help us achieve what we want to achieve. Even though they have given them the contract to do the needful, their own aim is only the money, how to use an African to make money. Nothing and nothing more. Otherwise, if those lobbyists, as they call themselves, we are honest, if they were really people who want to do the job as a professional lobbyist and the lawyers, he would have called attention to those people and asked them, what is exactly your problem? He would have called the two parties on the table starting from December time when this problem came, and call them on the table and look every person on his eyes and tell them what is the truth. If they were indeed, they wanted to help us, as that man claimed. He said, I don't see myself as just a lobbyist. I see myself as a Biafran. I am here not to help you to lobby. I'm here to help you to fight for your freedom, just like as you are fighting. All Biafrans opened their heart and accepted this man. Not knowing he have a complete different thing in his mind. So they are looking for money, not for your well-being, not for your freedom. That is the fact. So, and Biafrans should not keep calm and trust these people. They should open their eyes and know that they are come for a different kind of business, not business that will benefit and they will benefit. But they don't care if you have your freedom. What they want is that money that they will get from you, nothing more. That is it. So when you let me touch about the article that is claiming that they have more national this thing in the north, and in the east, it's only the Igbos and the west, the Yorubas. So that is a very good message. But the point there is, in the north, where he claimed that they have more culture and more religion, if they have accepted themselves as more culture and more religion as he wants to present it to the world, why are they killing every Christian in the north? Since they have accepted themselves as multinational, why are they killing other tribes and forcing them to take their land? Why are they killing the Plateaus? Why are they killing the Benues? Why are they killing the Christians in Borno, in Jigawa? Why are they killing them since they have accepted that they are one nation, one people in the north, undermining their religion. Why did he not come out man and condemn the killing of the border? He Atiku. You know, they not always think that they are clever. They always think that they know how to deceive the international world to present themselves as if that they are not the problem. As they claim that we are the problem, why can't they leave us, let us go and make our problem within ourselves? Since we are the problem in Nigeria, let us go. Let them go to the north and they have their one multinational and multi-religions, since they accept each other in the north there. So I don't know why they always think that their lies will save them. Just as go on continue lying. You see? So everybody has come to understand the lies of the north. That they are liars, and they tell liars to deceive people and deceive the international community, and they present complete different thing that is not what is happening in the so-called evil country Nigeria. So the North accepted themselves. That's what he wants to present to the world. That they don't have problem, they are multinational, that they are multi-religious, that they don't have problem. Is this South that wants to go, the East wants to go, and the Yoruba nation wants to go. But they don't have any nation, they only have one Northern. So, and they accepted themselves. So why can't they allow the people who want to go, let them go? And let them be on their own as they accepted in each other. And let the whole world know who is the problem. People who will continue to lie. So you cannot change the Northerners. They think that those things lies they sold for everybody for the past 50 or whatever years. That think that lie is still selling. No, nobody wants to buy those lies again. They have everybody's eyes now open and see all their tricks and all their evil and the agenda that they want to achieve. They don't have any other agenda than to Islamize every person by force. I don't have a problem people to preach about the religion. If you want the people to follow your religion, you go and you preach to them. It's a gospel, not by killing them and force them by taking their land and force them into Islam. That cannot work. So, and that trick can no more sell in that country. Everybody now have opened their eyes. So we will continue doing what we are doing until we are totally free. And the Biafrans stop listening to those propagandas of Remi Jews and Dada Ramma and all the evil people who are not here to fight for freedom. They are only here to get money from the YouTube or whatever they call it, media business. People who don't contribute anything, manner, finance, morally, no encouragement, only evil, and to criticize the people who are doing important things. And they think that thing will work. It cannot work. So I want to encourage the Biafrans to continue to fight for their freedom. Like as you said, on the weekend they were making propaganda where is to go 247 and run away. How can you go run away? Choose to run away. Everybody run away. So people cannot get sick. People cannot get some other things they're supposed to do, take them for one day. That is why they came out and they lied that the Tangaza Rebel say let there be no fundraising for the military again. Because you say let us go home and they arrange ourselves after the declaration of Biafra. Let us have only that one weekend. And from there they brought out as demons and start spreading lies. And they now lie that they are still standing on that lie and they don't want to change. So let the Biafrans continue doing what they are doing until we have our freedom. Thank you, Master. I will be on the side listening. I let my mark.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. You've spoken well. I can see our beloved sister, Madam Origin. Go ahead and take the mic if you're there. Madam Origin,
yes, Ogachuk Survival. I greet you from my side. It's good morning, and I greet every other Biafran anywhere you are by your own time zone. I didn't even want to, I didn't plan, I just was listening, but my YouTube system keep kicking me out. So I decided to, you know, log in live stream. Anyway, there's always something to say. Atiku and his lies. I kept telling the youth that lived in that contraption that the day they stop believing their elders, that is the beginning of their deliverance. Because these people lie, the system lie, the system is built on lie, the foundation is lie, and these likes of article lie and lie and lie and lie. They rely their lie. They cook the lie. They feed their children the lie. And they poison their children with that lie. And the children are thinking they are normal, echoing what their elders and the system is saying. At the end of the day, they are left with nothing but emptiness, because lie is a total emptiness. It cannot buy you anything. It only brings regression, retrogression. It brings suffering. There is no progress in lie. Now he is here telling the people, and the most wicked part, I was also telling them, I said, how? Why is it that you are can you imagine, since 2023, these people have started campaigning for 2027. And when you go on both the mainstream media, there are any one of them in the social media that talks politics, these children are engrossed, and it's like a steroid. They are talking about 2027. And the question is, this 2027, where do you fit in? Is there anything they are discussing that is for your health or your future? Nothing. Zilch. Nothing. Everything they are talking about is for themselves. They are talking about themselves. And you are talking on their behalf about themselves. Nothing there is for you. If they are thinking that anything good is going to come out of there, they should go and check what they did to, because I know there's one that they think is going to save them. Is it going to save them while the whole bulk of the system is made of the liars and the criminals? How do you think that one man will be able to save himself from a shark tank? So the lie continues. And that is why I tell our Biafrans, please, let us be focused. Whatever you can do, you do it. Don't forget that the system planted some miscreants in our midst, and they will not stop doing what their father have asked them to do. Don't think they're going to change anytime, because they drank that water. You see that what Nigeria contaminated? It's practically, I wouldn't say impossible, because, you know, unless they turn and realize what they are doing. Because what lie does, and the propaganda of lie does, is to block your sense of reasoning, block the common sense, block rational thinking, block progress. And one of the things that this contraption left for their children, they taught them how to destroy the prophets, the genuine people that want to save them.
Yes.
I'll never forget Shore said, if you want to save these people, these your friends and the youth of both the contraption, Nigeria, and even the Biafrans, you must learn to use one hand and fight the evil system and use the other hand to push away your men and brethren you're trying to save so that they don't kukuma by you.
Yes, so.
Because you look at what is going on. I am amazed at the tactical way these people want to come in, sneak in, to convince us that what we saw was not what we saw, or not to protect these 50 million Biafrans home and abroad that have understood that they're in hot water and they want to get out. They want us to blind our eyes and pretend or numb the fact that over 1,000 plus or minus went to Finland to put their signatures. Some left work. Some got sick when they got, because after doing that, I know what it is to stay under a snow to do a protest. Even if not for anything, that's a demonstration they did on that day under the snow. I believe, I don't have no doubt, a lot of them got sick. After that, you want me to follow the person that sat up in her office and wrote a letter and lied to Finland, forced Finland's hand to hold down the good guy, because they have taught you, you have learned, you have been programmed to fight the prophets and to, destroy them. Can you imagine when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around? The propaganda was like hell, God of heavens. I wasn't, it was by the sideline. You don't want to have anything to do with that guy. After the guy put him inside dungeon, then I say, you know what, he's a, now, like today, I am asking them.
The hero now.
Now that they have done the charade, what do you call it? They've taken him to court. They have done the clinical first time, second missionary journey, third missionary journey, fourth. They are still trying to find what, for the last 10 years, you're looking for someone that carried they said, what did you find? They said they found a radio transmitter, found the wristwatch, they found what else? They found wristwatch, they find probably a second wife. Ew. And this is what they gave to their children, the youth. Or the media was on fire. Bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, bring him. Now he's in the dungeon. They put him aside. He's not a good guy. And they can't find anything, nothing. So my question to all those people, you see, the one that is funny now. Now over the media, they are screaming, these same young youths, they are shouting, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a truth teller. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a truth teller. Please,
the prophet. Release
him, he's a prophet. Because Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, he is in Finland. They are still, the Nigerian government is still throwing propaganda. When Finland have looked at the whole matter and they couldn't find anything, right there and then, they are still cooking, to be honest. They are still trying to see, I don't even know what they want. And my question for these young ones is, how long? How long are you going to continue with this lie? How long are you going to continue to believe people like Atiku? How long are you going to be eating this poison your leaders are feeding you? How long will you know that there is no headway with lies? How are you going to reprogram your mind? Because it is a mindset thing. How long are you going to tell yourself about the takia, the power of deception? You allow yourself to be deceived. It is in our hands to save ourselves. And if you don't do it, no. And the honest truth is that I have come to also see that the youths in both, I believe that Biafra youths are stronger and more resilient. It's just that we are a few of the inside enemies are our major problem. Because if there are no internal enemies, we would have gone far. But the other side, the other ones, because whatever we are doing now is also for their own good. If they will realize that, that because Biafra have exited, they now have time, they now have opportunity to seek for their own freedom. I say enough is enough. Because whatever they are cooking is not for you, it's for their pockets. And the system, because it's built on lies, nobody can. It's like I don't even know what comes to their mind to say that this is a dead end. Lie always comes to a dead end. Because after you lie and lie and lie, you find out that you're relying the lie. And then if it's like you rely it for so long, you now start cooking the lie and then feeding anybody around that was going to. And these children are just there feeding lies on steroid. And people are buying. Look at Benue. Look at Plateau. Look at all that is going on. Look at this decimation of lives. And none of them, the one that shocks the heck out of me is that nobody is raising alarm and say, what in the country where I live, that God brought me to save me, because I don't think I will have survived that country because my mouth is sharp. Back in those days when I was young, they'll be like, this one, you talk to. And when they lie, I say, oh, you're lying, no. I say, this one. So all I'm saying is we need to save ourselves. We need to find out that there is nothing that the contraption is going to do for anybody. And all the people that drank the contraption water, that are misbehaving inside Biafra and cooking up all kinds of things, trying to convince us our eye don't open, we no give you shishi. Anybody that wants to be to help should be in the army. QED. Let me rest it there. God bless you, institutes.
Thank you so much, our beloved sister. We appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful contributions. And Biafrans are listening. We must continue. Remember, fellow Biafrans, that today is sit at home. The sit at home is to demand the unconditional release of our Suna Mazen Nandigano and every Biafran political prisoner in Nigeria. At the same time, is a day that will show the world that Nigeria has lost legitimacy in Biafran territory. It is a day that the delegitimization of Nigerian government in Biafran territory becomes very clear to the whole world. And the legitimization of government takes effect. The only legitimate government in Biafra is the United States of Biafra. And there is no two ways about it.
And if I can say something about that sit at home.
Go ahead.
And I say to Biafrans and to all the people that the Nigerian government is using to vilify, because that's what they do. When they see a light in the tunnel, they begin to vilify it and paint it evil. Sit at home is our civil rights. If you are in a country where if you go out to protest and you know they're going to release the bullets and tie people, the safest way to protest is sit at home.
Exactly.
And if, look at for the last 3 years, these people refuse to address. So if you say that sit at home is causing and making the livelihoods of people are stalled, Why not address the issue? Why not call these people to sit and say, why are you this angry that you're sitting at home every day on Monday? Where is the concern? Zilch.
Yeah.
So if it is, let's say, for example, for the last 3 years, Biafrans are going out every Monday to protest. Do you know the number of lives these people will have mopped out? Do you know
Millions.
the number of properties? Because when they start the chaos, what they go and look at all the good places they have electronics, they go and steal. Sitting at this civil disobedience or protest, you can't, people, when they lock their stores, the next day they come back and meet their stores with the goods in it. So I keep asking, especially the youth of both the contraption and in Biafra, what is the color of your problem? I'm beginning to see the color of your problem includes your mentation. It includes the water you drank. And the earlier you stop that water and begin to reason and redirect your thought process, the better. I rest it there. Thank you, Mr. Chiefs.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have spoken well. And he that have ears, let them hear. We will continue to speak. We'll continue to speak. It's left for you to digest it. What we'll do here is to break words into pieces for you to understand. We cannot force you to make a choice. Whatever choice you make, you take responsibility and face the consequence of your choice. There's a consequence for every choice that you make. Either to be free or not to be free, it's your own choice to make. We cannot force it. All we do is that we want to make sure we break all those barriers that's going to hinder you from making a very wise decision. So by the time you listen to the voices that are speaking in this platform, you go back and think again. Then you'll be able to reach out to a conclusion. And whatever decision you take, you stand by it and defend it. The sit at home is something that was agreed by all Biafrans. It was not put in place by our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, remember? It is the DOS, the Department of Saboteur, that put it in place. And when Biafrans took it and it began to work effectively, the government tried to use them to stop it, and Biafrans said no. And when Biafrans said no, our Prime Minister supported the voice of the people, began to encourage them. That's all he did. He stood on that choice of the people, and the people have standing on that choice up to today, even when our parents have been absent now for how many months, and yet the sit at home is still ongoing. So the Finnish authority, are you still going to say that my sister Simon Ekpa is declaring sit at home? Are you still going to be continuing on that your line of lies that my sister Simon Ekpa is instigating Biafrans? As I said before, you do not need to instigate any Biafran to know that they are not wanted in Nigeria. Every Biafran child that has come of age knows that Nigeria does not belong to him. So you don't need to instigate anybody to make that move. And I want to share one of the information that was shared on our platform on the United States of Biafra. This is the woman who is blocking every petition we are writing to the United Nations. This is a Fulani woman that is blocking it. Some of us don't know that there is a Fulani woman in the United Nations. Whenever we write a petition to the United Nations, she will make sure that that petition does not see the light of the day. A Fulani woman working with the United Nations. Look at her. She is the one blocking every single thing that we are. And Nigeria, the terrorist country called Nigeria, intentionally planted her there because of that. That is why even when the United Nations asked Nigeria to release Mazen Nandekan and gave ultimatum of 6 months, an arm of United Nations gave ultimatum of 6 months to release Mazen Nandekan, yet Nigerian government ignored it. There was no sanction, there was no reprimand, nothing. They pretend as if it doesn't happen because of this woman. You write petitions, send evidence upon evidence, she will make sure that it doesn't see the light of the day. This is the face of the woman. And Dr. Mazanga have written an open public listen to her. This was written by Dr. Mazanga, and I would like to read this write-up of Dr. Mazanga because the man is making a lot of sense, and he is actually in the forefront of making sure that the voice of the oppressed people of Biafra and indigenous people in Nigeria is being heard. And this is what Dr. Mazanga wrote to Dr. Amina J. Mohammed, a Fulani woman. The woman is just so I show now. That's her name, Dr. Amina J. Mohammed, Deputy Secretary General, United Nations. This is her office. So in case you don't know, there is a Fulani woman in United Nations. Now you know. A Fulani woman there making sure that they block every single petition you write. They will not do anything. That is why you see, even when the Christians are being massacred on a daily basis in the north, everybody turn a blind eye to it. They pretend it's not happening. It is because of this woman. She called herself Dr. Amina J. Mohammed, planted in the United Nations by the Zoological Republic during the time of Muhammad Buhari, and she's still there. Deputy Secretary General, United Nations, Nigerian-born senior UN official. And Dr. Mazanga writes, Dear Dr. Mohammed, with deep respect for your position and your distinguished service at the highest level of the United Nations, I must raise urgent questions on behalf of millions of voiceless Nigerians and Africans who have watched with growing concern. It is deeply troubling that a plethora of human rights reports, including from United Nations mechanism, have documented grave abuses in Nigeria, yet no meaningful action appears to have been taken against the Nigerian authorities. Is it simply a coincidence that despite overwhelming evidence, the following remains unaddressed? The illegal detention and extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in violation of international law, the mass killing of Christians across Nigeria by Fulani herdsmen, reportedly armed and shielded under the watch of former President Buhari, the continued harassment of persecution of dissenting voices, including journalists, activists, and minorities. As a senior UN official from Nigeria, this question must be answered in good faith and in public. When was your last official visit to Nigeria in your current capacity? What specific United Nations action has been taken recently regarding the Nigerian government human rights record? Given the office of the prosecutor of the ICC report to the United Nations, have you influenced or advised them to avoid prosecution of Nigeria security forces? Are you in any way facing a conflict of interest in addressing the Nigerian crisis due to national ties? A Fulani woman, that's what she is. Dr. Mohammed. Leadership demands transparency, especially when human lives are at stake. It is not enough to speak of inclusion and sustainability abroad, while grave injustice continues unchecked at home. I look forward to a public response, not just for the sake of protocol, but because millions of Africans and Nigerians deserve answer. Silence is no longer an option. Respectfully, Dr. David Nyakora Mazanga, Pan-African Forum Limited Associate, Advocate for Human Rights and Justice Across Africa, London, 23/6/2025. Dr. Mazanga have written, and every single question he asked are very, very genuine and evidence. And this is the woman we are talking about, a Fulani woman in United Nations that have made sure that Nigeria goes scot-free with every single thing you bring on the table in the presence of United Nations. They will not do anything. Nothing. There is no complaint you will bring against Nigeria that will fly because of this woman. Some of us are not aware of this. Or maybe we know and we pretend we don't know. Now you see what we are facing. You see why we have to rise up and do even more. You see why the only option remains self-defense. Defend yourself. You can imagine a Fulani woman in the United Nations at a top officials and there is blood letting in her own region. Lives are wasted on daily basis. Innocent children are murdered on daily basis. And she's there smiling in the United Nations. A Fulani woman. Heartless people. Now you know. And we must continue to expose them and bring them to light. As for us, we are gone and gone for good. We are not waiting for anybody, any United Nations or whatever. We are not waiting. We have waited for a long time and we can't wait again. This is another person again planted by the Janjaweed in United Nations, a Yoruba man, working with the United Nations also, for you to know how Nigeria have made their way to block every single report he can bring to United Nations. This one is another one. And Dr. Mazanga also wrote to him and he said, public section. Acting prosecutor Nashat Sheman Khan and Meme Madeye Nyang, Nigeria and Cameroon. For more than 11 years, I have constantly raised the alarm over grave and ongoing human rights abuse in both Nigeria and Cameroon. I have spoken on television and radio platform, issuing public statements and submitting documented evidence. Yet, the international community has largely remained indifferent. Today, the situation in both countries has deteriorated from bad to worse. Let it be stated without ambiguity. The victims of war crimes and crimes against humanity in Nigeria and in Cameroon are as entitled to justice as victims of international crises everywhere else. But that is not what it is. That is not what it is. For us, there is global conspiracy against us. Injustice against the Biafrans does not amount to injustice. That is what they meant us to believe. Human rights abuse of the Biafrans does not amount to human rights abuse. That's what they show us every day. And I thank God that Dr. Masanga is writing a published letter to them to remind them that we know what is going on. The victims of war crimes and crime against humanity in Nigeria and Cameroon are as entitled to justice as victims of international crimes anywhere else. They have already waited too long. The Nigeria and Cameroon situation must not be forgotten by the International Criminal Court. I have submitted multiple petitions over the years, all in pursuit of justice for the victims of these two states. The silence must end. Justice delayed is justice denied. The ICC must act and act now. Sincerely, Dr. David Nyekora Masanga, founder and chairman, Pan-African Forum Limited, Associate, 22nd June 2025. So, voices are speaking and calling, and these are people that are making sure that the voices of the Biafran people are not heard. They have people planted in all areas of the United Nations to make sure that our voice is not heard. But are we going to allow them? We will not allow them. We will continue to shout. We will continue to speak on top of our voices. Why they are blocking us internationally, we will continue to speak and we will never relent in making our case. You're welcome, my brother Maxwell. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. You're welcome. Go ahead and speak to us, my brother Maxwell. Let's hear you. Bro Max, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mazi Chicks. Good morning to my sister and brother that is in the studio as well. I salute Biafrans wherever you are, both in the homeland and in the diaspora. I salute Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his courage to stand against the evil forces that wants to derail and prevent Biafra from coming. I salute also the courage of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa for all that thing that he has done. May God continue to save and protect them in the hands of these enemies. I pray that Chukwu Kigabama will bring them out sooner so that they will join us and continue the struggle. Because if Biafra is not internationally recognized and the sovereignty of that nation is established, accepted worldwide, we will not stop. And I believe our suffering as well will not stop, because our suffering and ordeals will stop once Biafra has been recognized and its sovereignty established. I thank you all for your great work. May God bless all of you. I thank our people who are now engaging the able forces in Nigeria in our normal sit at a routine sit at home. May God bless you all. Your effort to show your energy and zeal towards the sovereign state of Biafra will never go in vain. We are in a very difficult situation, just like those that you have mentioned now that are blocking. You remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting it, that all they do is to plant their heads. Once they take over the heads, any other thing they will control. Amina has been there. You remember the other one that could not even pass an aptitude test, the one he also sent to ICC. The one out of 20 candidates that wrote the aptitude test, he came 20th. The senior judge, what do they call it? I've forgotten his name. He's also of Fulani extraction. Out of 20 candidates that sat for that aptitude test, he came 20th. These are people ordinarily in Nigeria that are put to head you, to head every organization, every state's own entrepreneurs. They head them, they control those that have the brain more than them to manage. And look at the result as they are putting vacuous brain in these SEOs, SOEs, state-owned entrepreneurs. Go and see enterprises, look at the output. Go and check the output, because an empty brain can never be productive. Look at Nigeria today and see how productive Nigeria is, because vacuous and unintelligent people, ordinary, that doesn't even supposed to be there, littered all over the places. They have buried meritocracy. Nothing works in that country. This Amina and this other one that you have mentioned, I have never seen them spoken on issues concerning Nigeria and the killings, the numerous spying that is going on in that country. This week alone, according to the report, as I read from Arise TV, over 71 or 72 Nigerians were fired within this week. Within this week alone. As we are talking now, there are so many people. A judge who was kidnapped yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Umukoro, judge called Umukoro. You go to where I said, is it Bayelsa also again? Local government chairmen were flogged and forced to sign resignation letters. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called them zoo, they will come after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why will you call him a zoo? Why will you call Nigeria a zoo? Nigeria is not a zoo. You are defending evil. You are defending foolishness. You are defending idiocy, imbecilic people acting in a very abnormal manner, typical of a Nigerian. Thank God that I repented. All my efforts to make Nigeria great, carry my chest, place my chest in the war front. Everywhere I was fighting, carrying bullets, sometimes taking bullets. hoping that there will be a better Nigeria. Today, what are they doing to my Biafran people? They are not just killing them alone, themselves, the security operatives. They are now killing our people by proxy. They are dealing with our people by proxy, going into our villages and begin to maim our people that reside in the villages. People that could no longer go to their farms simply because of the audacity, the cockroach audacity of the armed Fulani terrorists that have littered all over the Biafra land. With the support of the existing security operatives that are working hand in hand with them. Your time will end soon. That man that is holding a gift that was given to a child and raised his hands up, to your hand will be broken. And that which belongs to that young man, that little boy or girl, will be given to him or her. Continue to do your own. The mind of a human being will never be the mind of Chukwu Kikabia. As you are planning your own on how you are going to deal with the Biafran people, God is also planning on how he is going to deal with each and every one of you. An evil entity called Nigeria. Can't you see? If I were you, God forbid I am not you. If I were you, I would allow these people to go. Ever since these people have been crying, Nigeria has never known itself. Can't you see? Can't you see that the reason why Nigeria is where it is today is because you don't want to allow them to breathe in a country you say they belong. You don't want them to go to. Don't you see that the holding of Biafra is the reason why Nigeria, you cannot provide electricity, no good roads, your hospitals are in comatose, incessant strikes. A student will be matriculating today. The person knows when he or she has been, admitted into a university, but he will not know when he or she is going to graduate due to incessant strikes. Even your primary schools, students, secondary, are now traveling to Ghana to come and study and pay international fee. Shameless people. No kopo. Okamanezi. Okamanezi. When you come inside their own houses, they are as rotten as a rotten egg. Biafra will leave you behind. The people of Biafra will rejoice soon by the special grace of Chukwu Kitabiam. They will abandon you and you will suffer for what you have caused them for all these decades of years. Biafrans, I urge you people to continue to fight strong. Stand strong. For those of you that are capable, stand strong. And those of you that came the other day to contribute, no matter how small, I say wherever those monies come from, may Chukwu Kitabiama, the giver of wealth and health, bless each and every one of you, multiply whatever that you contributed that day, and double your life to stand and fight strong for your own liberation, for the liberation of my mother's ancestral land. I love you all, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to spew my nonsense. It sounds too good in the eyes, in the ears of the Biafran people, but it will sound like a thunder or like a roaring, a wave, the wave of the sea in the ears of the one Nigerianist, the evil people. Thank you, Mazichus. I yield here. Mazichus, you are muted.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful contribution. And as always, you have always said it. And I believe Biafrans are listening, because the situation that we are now, everybody need to be awake. You have no excuse to give. Don't say you are not warned. Don't say you are not told. We are doing everything we can to make sure that every single Biafran is carried along. We don't want to leave anybody behind. But if you choose to take the other way around, freedom of association is allowed. Go ahead, but don't stand on the way of those who want their freedom. If you stand on the way of those who want their freedom, we are going to crush you just the same way we are crushing the zoo. We will crush you without any mercy. We will crush you without looking back. So if you are not ready to go for your freedom, please allow those who are ready to go for that freedom, because across the world,
permit me to add this. I heard on an interview that General Yakubu Gowon said the reason why he did not announce the outcome, the agreement in Eastern region here in Ghana, was that he was suffering from malaria. Malaria had never caught you already. Malaria have never caught you. You see, anyway, let me just say, God will keep away malaria from your eyes. Old man, old God won't go down only 91 years. You still come out to lie to the world? 91 years old. My mom is 90. You are 91 years old. You still come out to lie to the world. When you are close to your grave, you are close to your creator. God gave you the opportunity to live long and begin to right the wrongs of the past. Instead of you to right the wrongs of the past and say it as it is, as it was, as it happened at that time, you are lying. You lie and you continue to lie. You will die a miserable man and a miserable old man. See what they are doing to your people today. Yes, we are also affected. Biafrans are also affected. But look at what, because Biafrans didn't fight for one Nigeria. They did not fight for one. They fought for their own country, although we lost. Although we lost. And that is why we are here today. And this generation, Biafra will not go past them by the special grace of God. It will be restored permanently. And that land will be rid of your foolish elements and criminals that has littered all over the place. Malaria caught you. Malaria caught you. Malaria will run away from you and you will witness what is more of what. It might not be the same number that you killed in Biafra land, but this will touch you at your old age. Ojukwu is dead and gone. Ifyong is dead and gone. All the great sons and great those that time, majority of them have gone. They don't even know what is going on now. But their spirit is still with us, and we reverence them and we remember them. But for you and T.Y. Danjuma, for the evil that you meted out on the Biafran people, simply because you wanted to keep one Nigeria, is Nigeria one today? You as a Christian living in the north, I published something on my timeline on this thing. Why is it? What is this name? Is this Logan? I think it's an American lady. You when you were scrolling, bringing that you brought out that woman, Amina Mohammed, J. Mohammed. I saw the video. You were scrolling, past it. Is a man and a woman, two white people, talking about the atrocities that is being committed in Nigeria. The Christians are the most persecuted in that country. I think the video I shared it, yes, that's it. I shared it, Lara Logan or something like that. I shared it on my timeline as well. Yakubu, go on. We don't see anything yet. More will be visited upon you. And I will never feel pity for any of it. The same way you people did not feel pity for the innocent children that you stabbed to death. Fulani, armed Fulani terrorists, the jihadists will use you also to make sure. The same way you used our people, you destroyed our people. You will see it and you will witness it right in front of you, just like you are witnessing today. This time around, no fever. Fever will not catch you. Afaya abago. Ishaya atage. malaria again. You will see it happening to you. Thank you so much, Mazichik. That is what I wanted to chip in.
Thank you so much, my brother. You've spoken well. When we dealt with that go on, I was just wishing that you were there so that you can be able to put in place some of his military claims that are very false. And one of those false information I wanted to confirm from you that day, I wish you were there. Is it possible? Is it possible for a coup to be conducted and then the military will go and take somebody who is not aware of what transpired and made him the leader of the coup?
It is, forget about those nonsense that they are spinning. We that are the participants in those coups at that time, we know who is going to be there.
That is
we
it.
know. We know who is going to be there. Unless
because the person was asked to him, he claimed he wasn't even aware. That he didn't know anything about it. That he wanted to contact Aguironsi, and before then, it is too late already.
The one that was
the man is a big liar. The
one that was sleeping and enjoying himself. They beg him to come and be president of Nigeria.
See, the man is a liar, and this man will continue to lie until they bury him 6 feet below the ground. There is nobody. Every coup, yes, sir. Every coup that the military conduct, they know who is going to lead them, who become the commander in chief.
Yes.
Look, let me tell you the reason Obasanjo became the president during that 1978 coup. You see, the 1978 coup that brought Obasanjo in, it was Ogundipe. It was Major General Ogundipe that's supposed to go in there. Major General Ogundipe ran away. He refused to take it. They have to shift it to Obasanjo. That was the reason why Obasanjo took that coup. Took the position that time. That was the reason why, and he later handed over to Shagari. That was the reason why Obasanjo became the CNC. He's not supposed to be the CNC as at that time. So we know who is going to be the president. And remember also the caliphate controlling the north that time when they were saying answering Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani. They never knew that they were using them as willing tool. Remember that Gowon is an Angas man from Plateau State, if I'm not mistaken.
That is what I think we're trying to bring up again.
He is an Angas man from Plateau State. Then D.Y. Danjuma is a Jukum man, I think, from Taraba State. He's Jukum from Taraba State. All of them, look at Taraba State, look at Plateau, look at Nasarawa. They were all one I think they were all one before they start, dividing them. You understand? So there is nothing this man will say. I, as a former military man, will tell you that we know who is going to be. So we are going to conduct a coup, carry out a coup that we do not know who is going to lead us.
Just go and bring somebody who doesn't know this and make him the leader.
Is that what you are trying to say? Look, we know who is going. See, there are instances where you cannot. See, let me tell you, if you look at when Abacha died, the next person that's supposed to step into the shoes of Abacha at that time was this man, Jeremiah Husseini. Somebody's mic is on. Jeremiah Husseini. That was the person that's supposed to step into the shoes of Abacha. But because of his attitude, his resume does not support him to be, there. Because of what he does. The same man that said at his old age, just like the one that if Biafran civil war comes again, that is going to fight under Nigeria. That was the man. A man, when they get drunk, he will be on the street. That is the reason why they call him Jerry Boy. Because anytime he get drunk, he behaves like a boy. They call him Jerry Boy. Not Jeremiah Husseini. JT Husseini. Jeremiah, I think Thomas Husseini. These are the people. So they took it away from him and give it to Abu Salami Abubakar. There was a reason for it. But for OBJ, Ogundipe is supposed to be the commander-in-chief. I don't know, he was afraid, he couldn't take it over, knowing what happened to Aguiyi Ironsi, looking at what has happened to Aguiyi Ironsi.
They're always afraid. They're always afraid.
Yes,
Even,
and the rest of them. But Aguiyi Ironsi, if we come to his own issue too, I will blame him. If you remember, for those of you, I do not know why they don't want to tell our people this thing. Aguiyi Ironsi has purpose with Ojukwu. Aguiyi Ironsi had purpose with Ojukwu. They informed him that there was going to be coup. He said it's not true because he was believing in his.
He surrounded himself with northerners. Now he never believed.
He surrounded himself. Ojukwu warned him after his mistake. After his mistake, the same thing. See, let me tell you. You see, these Igbo politicians, they will never learn their lesson. Didn't Obi do the same thing in Anambra? Who was the bodyguard of Obi in Anambra State? Who was his commissioner of police in Anambra State? Was
what
he
he
not
that he took northerners
yes.
to guide him.
You see, they would never learn. That is the person that you say you should come and be your president, Nigerian president, that will support me and support anything that is of my own interest. That man is going to be more wicked, more deadlier than Buhari. I am telling you, Obi, he will never even test it. Obi will be more deadlier than Buhari. Because that time they will say, okay, you now go and deal with your people. And he will be doing it to please the caliphate. So that they will say, yes, you are doing the right thing. And they are pushing you. That was the reason why. You see, left for Fulani Caliphate, they cannot stand even one local government made up by formidable Biafran. One local government. They can't stand you. What did they use? They go to the middle belt and select one of the willing tools, because once a commander is drawn from your place, your people will now follow, join, and begin to follow him, because the commander has been raised from your place. That was the reason why the Benue people, all of them, the thieves, the Jukun, the Gwaris, all of them, they joined. Lantang people, that is how they joined them from the middle belt and begin to fight. They were the people that fought that war. And the Yorubas, they were the people, not Fulani people, not the Caliphate. When you hear them say you are a willing tool, remember that you're a willing tool. And never you act like a willing tool. It is because of the willingness, and they use them as a tool by this Midwestern region. That is the reason why they are doing them what they are doing to them today. Today, Benue State, Kogi State, Benue is the battle of the Caliphate North, and they want to take it over. And they will take it over. They will take it over.
So much, my brother.
They will take it over. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that explanation, and I believe the Biafrans are following through. And my fellow Biafrans, remember, sit at home, a day that we have agreed to air our grievances, civil disobedience in Biafra land. If we protest, they take our life. When we protest, they take our life, and nobody does anything. We complain to United Nations, no response. We write letters, we do all kind of things. We give evidence on pictures, video, and audio. Nobody pays attention. Instead, they laugh at us. And this is one of the men that is blocking the information that is coming from Biafra land. Everything you present against Nigeria, these are the people that are blocking it. This is one of them. And Dr. Mazanga have written to this one also. African Union Commission, a question of credibility. The so-called Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security at African Union Commission. This man is a Yoruba man, Bankole Adeoye. These are the people that are blocking everything you write about Nigeria. Look at his post. Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security at the African Union Commission. You see the kind of post this one got occupied. So anything you send to African Union, they will throw it to dustbin. You report to AAU, it will not go anywhere. Anything you report to AU, that body will listen to it. And Dr. Mazanga have written to him, say, the so-called Commissioner of Political Affairs, Peace and Security at the African Union Commission, Bankole Adeoye, has never meaningfully investigated the deepening course, insecurity, and human rights abuses in his own country, Nigeria. How can one credibly speak of continental peace and security while turning a blind eye to the collapsed governance, mass abduction, extrajudicial killing, and war crime happening at home? Leadership must begin with integrity and accountability, not silence and symbolism. Pan-African Forum Limited Associates. Dr. Mazanga is speaking. Look at the man. Look at him, Bankole. This one is there blocking everything in African Union. Anything you send, he'll block it. That is why complain 100 times, write thousands of petitions. They will sit on it. The petition that was written by our Prime Minister that was submitted in Banjul, they sat at it. When that petition was demanded for, they couldn't find it anywhere. They couldn't find the petition anywhere. All the petitions that our Prime Minister sent, they couldn't find it anywhere. Dr. Mazanga had to begin to file new petitions. These are the people that when they see it, they throw it to the dustbin, make sure it doesn't see the light of the day. Now you understand. You understand that. So as we proceed, thank you so much, our brother. So thank you so much for that support that he just gave. So thank you so much. We appreciate you for that super chat that you sent. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. So let us listen a little bit to the 91-year-old liar. And I want to play that part because somebody responded to that 91-year-old liar. And I like the response the person gave him. After playing a short clip of that 91-year-old liar, we will now play the response so that we can hear what the response said. Let us listen to the 91-year-old liar, what he has to say.
So that there was a clear, from your point of view, misunderstanding.
Absolutely.
The war, of course, ended in 1970, and you came up with that no victor, no vanquished declaration, which was seen by many people, both at home and abroad, as a extraordinary, magnanimous gesture of post-war reconciliation, unprecedented in many ways. Would you say that 55 years later, Nigeria has healed from the wounds inflicted by that terrible war, and that no victor, no vanquished declaration of yours was fully adopted in this country?
Well, at least we've survived how many years now? We survived how many years?
It'll be 65 this year.
Well, we've survived 65 years. Since the war, let us say.
Yes, 55 years since the war.
Since the war. At least, if there is anything, my whole idea is that when all this thing is done, at least we can be able to come back, and rebuild the country and make the great efforts that have been done. Yes, we've gone through, through dangerous time whereby as though we're going to break up, etc. But we've now come back, and we are now improving at every stage.
But you do know that survival is not the same as thriving.
Oh, thriving! Isn't Nigeria thriving today? Come along, let us have it. Have we not gone beyond? What we were 55 years ago? And we still trying to get the perfection. Certainly, I did not mean that. Things will be absolutely perfect the way they want, or anybody wants, but at least we will survive as a country, improving at every stage,
right?
To where we are. And if we look at things the way things are going today, most of the people that were affected by the war. Today, anti-famine, great progress and happening in the East, in all the states in the East. I certainly did not try to stop development and improving the situation as the time goes along.
After the Nigerian Civil War, your administration enjoyed enormous financial liquidity because of the oil boom of that period. Nigerians believed that that money was not necessarily properly utilized for the development of this country. I wonder what your response is to that. Could you perhaps have applied those resources better?
Well, first of all, we've got to make sure that we
what happened to the video? Mazuchis, we can't hear you and the video has stopped.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, but the video has stopped.
Yeah, I know the video has stopped. So when you judge from some of the things that this man was saying here, when he was asked about the progress that Nigeria have made, this idiot claimed that Nigeria has made progress. And every sensible and sincere person knows that Nigeria has not made any progress. It has been retrogression. All the way from that time to now, it is retrogression. There is no progress anywhere. No progress whatsoever anywhere. And he tried to paint it that when you go to the southeastern region, they have made progress. Every single development there was made by individuals. There is no presence of the federal government in Southeast up to today. There is none. And when you talk about it, they will point at second Niger Bridge. Second Niger Bridge is not for the Southeastern, it is for Nigeria to build a path that they will from here enter into Nigeria, into Biafra. It's not for us. It's not for us. It is for Nigeria. It's not for us.
Can I come in, sir?
Go ahead.
Thank you. You see, I told you, I said, you see, there is another name. If the Bible did not, for me, the Bible called devil the father of all lies. Nigeria is the grandfather or the ancestors of all lies. Take it to the bank and you will cash it. What progress? I was brought up. I was 6 years old when we returned. 5 years old. I grew up in Aba from kindergarten all the way to secondary till the time I was enlisted into the Nigerian Army. I grew up in that town. I grew up in Aba. I know some parts of Imo State too. The development you see were individuals and communal-based development. That is what was there. That is what is going on. Even as I'm talking to you, when you go to my mother's village, the third road that they built there and the construction, the placement of electricity, bringing in electricity into their village, were done by their children living abroad. Which progress? Was he talking about government influenced projects,
I can't understand.
developments, or which one was he talking about? Government. There is nothing. Now, Biafra as a whole has never benefited anything from federal government. There is no federal government presence in Biafra land, south, east. There is none. Rather, they are melting the place, destroying the environment, creating all kinds of, cancerous elements on the diesel. What do people call carcinogenic? Those petrochemical compound that can cause cancer in the body. That is what they did to our people. And when Ken Saro-Wiwa started, Abacha captured him and executed him by hanging. What did you give to them? What do they have? Oil wells that is on their ground, you have taken it. LNG, natural gas that God has given to them for their own benefit, you have taken it away from them and you are giving them peanuts. People that doesn't even know how the ground looks like, how crude oil looks like, are the owners of oil wells. And that is where I pity those of them that is saying, hey, it's because of oil in the Niger Delta. That is the reason why people are fighting for. Who cares about your oil? Who cares about the oil? Mike Zuckerberg today, that is one of the billionaires, is he dealing with oil and gas? Is he dealing with oil and gas? You see, these are some expendable. Oil and gas are expendable raw materials. What Biafrans are hinging on is the intellectual capacity that God has given to them that can change everything. Is it oil and gas that is making United Kingdom to be where they are today? Is it oil and gas? What God has given to you is supposed to benefit. Because of your lackadaisical behavior, then the people have come and take it over to you. Instead of you, your own brother, to benefit from it, let an outsider come and take it. That is why you are dying. And that is why the caliphate will still have upper hand on all of you. If not for Ojukwu and his brother, Effiong, and those that fought, even at that, they stood against most of them stood against them and fought for one Nigeria, betrayed them. Today, here we are. Tell me if Nigeria is better today than it was in those days. What was the exchange rate during the time of Tafawa Balewa and the rest of them? Even down to 80s, what was the exchange rate in the 80s? What was the exchange rate? When the first son of my mom traveled abroad on scholarship to US to study, I think dollar that time was 78 kobo to $1 or 1.5 US dollar. My elder brother finished over there, graduated. My mommy said, no, stay there. As if my mommy knew that dollar will be hot cake. My brother remained there. That was how it was as at that time. What is the position of Nigeria today? What is your exchange rate? An economic say if you want to, I think it is obedient, Peter Obi. He said if you want to see the value of a country, what a country is, look at their currency. Look at their currency and their point of entry. That is where you will know how the country. What is the exchange rate today? And you are telling people that they are better off, that are development because you have invested a lot, you stole and invested so much that you are raking the interest today. And that is the reason why you will not come and say people are there are development that you, a government that you are part of, a government that you supported, a country that you supported, cannot defend the innocent, your citizens. You can't defend them. You left your citizens at the mercy of the terrorists and the armed Fulani terrorists. That is where you left them. And you are telling us today that Nigeria is better. Nigeria is gone. The Nigeria that I'm looking at today, let me run with this. Nigeria I'm looking at today is like a tomb. A tomb. Outside is decorated with marbles. The word, Nigeria, big Africa, this and that. But right inside it, Opana, you are dead. You are dead. You are rotten. And one day, it is going to collapse. Soon it's going to collapse. I will see. May God keep you alive, go on, to see the collapse of that country, that entity you supported. Because of it, you slaughtered over 3 million people through starvation and by releasing munition on them. You killed them, and God is keeping you alive. You will be alive and see Biafra exit. That you are stupid, the one Nigeria you fought to keep one. Nonsense man. Nonsense man. Go and check his son, Krampo. His son, I've forgotten his name. The one that his wife, the Igbo woman, left him because of what he was doing to the Igbo people. Go and check the wife. Whether he be girlfriend or he marry at that time, where they born, he rejected the son. The son, I think, was jailed, whether in America or something like that. I think for either drugs or so. The wife left him. Igbo woman abandoned him because of his wickedness on the Biafran people. She abandoned him. I do not know whether that woman is still alive today. I don't know whether she is still alive. At least I could have, if I could have sent an appreciate. How do I do it? Appreciate what she did as at that time. Evil go on. Your evil is right there in front of you. And look at how he is rumbling, mumbling. Go and listen to Ojukwu when Ojukwu speaks. Even till the time when Ojukwu was about to go. Go and listen to Ojukwu. Ojukwu flows. Ojukwu flows. When a man is lying, he'll be doing that is what he is doing. He's lying.
Thank you so much, brother Max. Thank you for that very explanation. I appreciate that. So let's hear from him a little while before I bring you on the next video. We round up the program.
Protect, that sources of that wealth, and to make sure that it is not destroyed. So we really remove the attack from the other side, who are doing a lot of the destruction, whether it is nature bridge or whatever, or various areas, so that the federal side did not get to them. We made sure that those were protected, because I know that we are going to need those resources for the reconstruction and redevelopment, and the development of the country. And that is what we did. We thank God that soon after that we were able to have sufficient resources to carry on the 3 or the 4 hours. Well, we say the 3 hours in the country, and making sure that
as reconstruction, rehabilitation,
and reintegration.
Right.
Reintegration.
Yeah.
So there were 4, but we just use the 3. And we were able to achieve that. To restore the damaged school, hospitals, etc., in the affected areas. That is.
I think we're going to stop this liar from here. This man is continuing to lie. The more you wait for him,
which 3 hours? Which 3 hours?
From every indication, we know that the 3 hour was not implemented. There was no reconstruction in Biafra land. There was no reintegration. Even up to now, there has not been any reintegration. It is the Biafran people that force themselves to reintegrate into Nigeria, and they are not accepted till this minute. That is why there is attack against Biafrans any place they are found in Nigeria. Even up to tomorrow, whenever there is a protest, I heard there is a protest they are doing in Nigeria now against this problem between Iran and Israel. They are already protesting in Nigeria. And at the end of the day, the people that will be attacked are the Biafran people. They have never been accepted in any part of Nigeria since that civil war from the amalgamation till date. Ahmadu Bello said it that we are.
Where is the protest going on? From the north, right?
In the northern part of Nigeria.
So that is where
we have never ever been reintegrated anywhere. Reconstruction was not done. Rehabilitation. these people did not allow us to rehabilitate. Today, they keep on reminding us that they killed our children. They keep on reminding us that they took the life of our parents. They keep on reminding us. That was why even Buhari told us that he will speak in a language that we understand. So there was none of those R was implemented. No reintegration, no reconstruction, no rehabilitation. Rehabilitation was even the worst. Up to this moment, even the children who were born after the war, they still remind us of that war. There is no rehabilitation anywhere. That hatred continues. Once you give birth to your child and that your child turns to grow up and have knowledge of things, that child will immediately know that this is not my place. I don't belong here. Any child that is born as a Biafran know that he doesn't belong here from birth. So where are you going? Where is the rehabilitation? And this man is still here spilling lies. It is sad, but that is the kind of the zoological republic that we found. And I found a response to him, and I believe that this man gave him some cup of tea to drink. Let us listen to the response that this man gave to him.
Let me tell you this. If Ojukwu had not declared Biafra, you have been gone. The number of people in Enugu that day on Aburi will stand. You couldn't find a if a pin drops, you wouldn't get to the ground.
What would have happened if he didn't declare Biafra?
Oh, he would have been removed.
By who?
By the people. It was that bad. Because the people so believe in Aburi. Because remember, the pogrom did not cause the war. Yes, we saw the killings. It was horrible. 50,000 people killed in one day, within September 29. But we said, okay, this had been brewing for a long time. Now they've had their food, no problem. Now let's sit down and try to manage our own small corner and define how we relate with the other regions. That was Aburi. They said, oh, what did you say of federation? What did you do? All these are stories. Like I told you, Gowon did that thing, in my own belief, to get his people, the middle belt, out of the so-called Fulani domination. He saw a path and he took it. And that's why we have the 12 states. He's not a fool. He was there when this was discussed. They said, oh, Ojukwu went to the press first, Ojukwu spoke first. Rubbish. The guy could not be trusted. He couldn't even be trusted to take charge of his own son. You live with a woman in Northern Barra, the most secure place. She got pregnant, had a child, and you're thinking the child is not yours for 40 years. Who does that? So he's a liar. The same thing happened after the war. You discuss with Effiong, we got the whole thing straightened about the 3 V's and no Victor, no vanquish. You turned around and we did something else. You can't trust that man. That was the whole thing. So let's let the blame where it is. Ojukwu has his own problem, and there are many of them. But in this particular issue, Ojukwu was the last Biafran. He was the last Biafran. He never believed that Gowon would send soldiers to Enugu through Nsukka. He never believed it would happen. He was too trusting.
So when we speak, they say we are too young, we are not there, we didn't fight the war. That is why we bring information coming from those eyewitness accounts, those who saw it all and they were there. Just like our beloved brother Maxwell was saying, this man is also testifying about Gowon not being able to control his own family.
I didn't hear this man talk. I didn't hear this man talk before I say what I said, though.
Yeah. That your wife got pregnant, you couldn't be able to control in the barrack, and you are claiming that another man gave your wife pregnant. In the barrack, as an officer where you're living, your wife got pregnant, and you deny the child and say that you're not the owner of the child. A man that could not be able to tell truth in his own family or manage his own family was the one managing Nigeria. And he continued to tell that lie even at 91. So when we call him a liar, some people will say you are calling an elder a liar. Now his own fellow elder is confirming it that he is a lie, a cheat, and a man who cannot control his own family. So it is now confirmed. And with this, we are going to be rounding up our program. So that those who have watched us, it's not that we come and make noise and say, oh, this one, they didn't see the war. We have confirmed everything we have said. Every evidence we have provided with people who were eyewitness account, that is the last one you had, how Gowon relents from the agreement written that he signed up for. A man that has lied all his life, including lying to his own child, his own, denying his own child, couldn't be able to manage his own home. This is the man that is continuing to lie. At 91, that he's supposed to be mending his way, he's still lying. May Chukwu Okukabiyama be the judge, not us. As we are rounding up, let's go to our beloved brother, Ocean Monster. Give us your submission and closing remark as we try to close up the program. Go ahead, Ocean Monster, if you are free. I don't know whether you are free because you're always busy at your job. So if you're not free, we go to our beloved sister, Madam Origin. If you are there, unmute yourself and give us your final submission and closing remark as we try to round up the program. Maybe before you finish, Madam Origin, then Ocean or Monster might be free, and then he will join us. If Madam Origin is there, go ahead and mute yourself and speak to us.
Yes, Biafrans, please be wise. Be wise, be wise. Everything that you have been told about yourself, take it with a pinch of salt. You were someone. Your fathers were a people before this contraption is set up. We are going to rebuild ourselves. We are going to heal our history. We are going to find who we really are. That is where we are going. We need to heal ourselves. The contraption will continue to destroy us if we remain there. And we are already out. So let everybody come together. Let us rebuild ourselves. That is what I call it. Because for this 50, 100 years, the lies are too much. I get it. They gave you the water and they made you lie and believe in lies and go out. When you defend lie all your life, it is very difficult. So stop defending the lies. Find the truth. Hold on to the truth and defend the truth. Thank you, Mr. Chooks. None.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. We appreciate you. You have done very well. You've been with us from the beginning of this program till now. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful conclusion. Ocean Monster, are you there? Are you there, Ocean Monster? If you're not there, we go to my beloved brother, Maxwell. Bro Max, give us your submission, final submission and closing remark.
Thank you, Mazi Chicks. May God continue to bless you for the good work that you are doing. In the name of your Origin and Ocean Monster, I salute each and every one of you. May God bless you for standing. Although I came late, I joined you people. I am also sharing in the blessing as well. The only thing, it's only truth. Truth is the answer to everything that we do. When I don't want to look at what this man did, his actions against the Biafran people, with those that were supporting him, including the Yorubas, including even my own Ghanaian people, where the agreement was signed, they could not stand for Biafra, even when Biafra were being starved to death, when they were watching the pictures of a very big head, protruding stomach, and lanky limbs. My own country did not do anything. They were quiet. They were also quiet. And I believe also they are also going to share by keeping silent why the atrocities were going on. The people they signed the agreement with, go and do this thing. When they got there, they refused. Being a very good country, these two countries were like brothers and sisters at that time. They kept quiet. Yes, they were having their own issues as well. Coups and counter coups, no stable government as at that time. I do not know. But at least whosoever that was there, knowing fully well that this place, Eburi in Eastern region, that was where the agreement was signed for them to go and do their confederation. What they are, confederation is just like regional system of government. That is what they are asking now. That is what the drug baron is proposing. Regional. They said no, they will not do it. Just like this man said, the officer, my platoon sergeant that I worked with while I was still in 1 Mechanized Infantry Division, they call Alta Baroni, Staff Sergeant Alta Baroni. This man told me, he said the Biafrans were very, very eager and zeal. He said they support Ojukwu God, just like what this man said. If Ojukwu refused to declare Biafra as at that time, they will remove Ojukwu, or they will even harm him. They could have harmed him because the killing was too much. The killing were too, especially from the north. Even when our people were running down, I told you of my own stepfather. What happened? He was, I think, yeah, he was a major at that time. Was a major. Ojukwu senior him. He's a senior to him. He ran away. He was in a tanker. Train, the tanker. Mazichuk's tanker. That was where he was. He hid himself inside that place. When they got, because he is a swimmer, a very good swimmer. He has to run. He has to swim and cross to the other side, leaving Benue here. That was where he was watching as they were removing our people from the train and massacring them. In Benue State, I am just 50 years old. I read them. They told me, eyewitnesses told me. And this is what my stepfather told me. They were bringing them now, plucking them out, including pregnant women, and slaughtering them on that Benue State, Benue. The thieves and the domers and the galas, all of them within those areas. They were the people that committed the worst crime against the Biafran people while they were running. A man and woman that is running away. Why are you now capturing him or her and slaughtering that person? Instead of you to allow him to go. Even in Jos, there are so many families that hid Biafran people as at that time. Some of them were, killed, attacked. Why are they keeping Biafrans? In Jos. In Jos. And if you go to Jos today, that is where you see the larger settlement of the Igbo people in Jos. Evil will meet up with all these people one after the other, including you, 91-year-old. 91-year-old man, you are still lying. You will continue to lie until the day they will bury you, and you will be alive to see Biafra come. You see this crop of youths that Biafra has done. The Mazen Namdekano leading, Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa presiding, and Dr. Ngozi Orabueze standing in. With this crop of people, you can never match them. You will never match them. You will never match them. They have the instrument that they are using to propagate this, the truth and expose your lies. Liars. If you serve Nigeria, you are serving a lying entity. An entity that is an embodiment of lies. That is what Nigeria is. Just imagine 91-year-old man coming here to lie to the world. Even Mr. Charles that is interviewing him could not even ask some precisional questions, striking questions to this man. Look at how he's rambling. That is the sign to tell you that a man is lying. Glory be to God that God has brought people like us today to come and stand in and fight for the restoration. The bringing in, the sovereignty, to restore the sovereignty of that country. And we are going to do it as long as Chukwu is on our side, in front of us, and by the side of us, we'll do it. Thank you so much, Mazi Chooks, and may God bless you, Biafrans, wherever you are. Do not lose hope. No matter how bad it is, don't lose hope. I am here to support you. If there is nothing I will give you the encouragement to stand strong. Stand strong. That is my mother's ancestral land. It's worthy to be defended, and we are going to defend it when the time comes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful closing remark. And I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program from the beginning to the end. I see our brother Amuche. We are rounding up, and just saw Amuche came in. Amuche, please just try and give us your submission so that we can round up with that. Go on, Amuche, or mute yourself, Amuche. Are you there, Amuche? Unmute yourself. If you are there, Amuche, unmute yourself so that we can round up with your conclusion. I think Amuche is not there, and Ocean Monsa is not there. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been with us in this program, everyone that have participated. I appreciate every one of you. I thank you so much for being part of the program. Thank you for supporting the platform. You know that today is Sit at Home. I appreciate everyone that has participated in the Sit at Home today. Thank you for being part of the program. We will continue. It is United States of Biafra or nothing. It is United States of Biafra and nothing. There is no other way to go. There is no place to go. There is no other government. There is only one government, the United States of Biafra, and that is where we stand. If you want freedom, genuinely as a Biafran, that is the only place to be. There is no two ways, no other angle to go. That is the only direction. And I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to strengthen us. I appreciate everyone in Biafra land that has participated in the Sit at Home today. I appreciate everyone that played a role in the Sit at Home. I thank you all for being part of the Sit at Home today. For everything you have done today, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you. I appreciate everyone, whatever you have done today to see that Sit at Home is successful. Chukwu Okike will bless you. Whatever business you have lost today, tomorrow you are going to get it double. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will grant our Deputy Prime Minister wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, strengthen her and protect her. We pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, as we are waiting for the verdict on Wednesday. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Give him wisdom, knowledge, understanding, strength. Protect him from the eyes of the enemies. Wednesday, we are going to hear a very, very good news. And I believe our Prime Minister will speak to us this week by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. We pray for Mazen Nandekano that his own good news is coming very soon. Our leaders are going to join us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our split Mazen Nandekano. Give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Give him more revelations. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. I thank you all for being part of this program. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Thank you and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she dey kneel for grave where my uche dey. Papa Emeka, don't blind from growing. Pikin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand, no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we dey share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try, yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, yo.
Back up joins with the trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about the one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Driver they go. Opposite Udi. Behind the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver. Driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the pali boy. See no day for talk. See no day for talk. If we better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting. This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Pali.